See, I did a little woo.
That's the wrong sport.
Little basketball hoop.
It's called the Footy Museum.
Just perfect arc, like rolled off my finger.
Not the Shootin' Hoops Museum.
That's because it isn't it the indoor basket hoop ball tournament of the end of the year going on? Welcome to the Footy Museum and the Footy Museum Podcast. I am Justin Whitty, co-director of the Footy Museum, and I am joined, as always, with Maria Van Dyken Lee, co-director of said Footy Museum. Maria, how are you? And let me just add this picture while you tell me how you are. And just in case you're curious, the name of the painting I have just put on our YouTube page is called Dead Peacock and Game.
Well, there's a reason I'm wearing sackcloth today.
Oh, you're punishing yourself.
I am. I'm entered my period of mourning. And you know what? Everyone needs to grieve in their own special way. Mm-hmm. And every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end, or
the same beginning, as in the same beginning of last year, because Leeds are staying in the championship.
But you know what I decided?
No, I don't.
I decided it's more fun to fight for promotion than it is to fight for survival. Oh. And so if they had been promoted, next year would be about fighting for survival. And this year we can just fight for promotion again, perpetually, forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Assuming so, correct.
Yes. Well, that's great. And I'm sorry. A 1-0 loss to Southampton.
Oh, you know what I wish?
So they will stay in the championship.
I wish it had just been a better game of football. It wasn't a great game.
Maybe it's the new pitch. You know, they're not used to playing at Wembley.
Yeah, that's probably it.
It's too, it's not all it's cracked up to be.
It's not.
We are here to review some of the highlights of the 2023-2024 European season, specifically visual areas. We had categories. I don't know if we all ended up sticking. All
of us here
ended up sticking with the same categories, but categories such as best tifo.
Why box ourselves in?
Yeah, just best visual things.
Or just visual things that happened.
Yeah, just things that happened. So you're going to start.
I am?
Okay, yeah. Let's see. What do you got?
Okay, so this year was...
That's terrifying.
Exactly. This year was all
Can
about...
you imagine playing in front of that?
Leverkusen.
I'm just going to keep asking questions.
This year was all about Leverkusen.
Yes.
Yeah. Totally all about
the
it.
The number one aspirin sponsored footballing club in the world.
The undefeated in their regular season play. Mm-hmm. Underdog German team. Mm-hmm. And this is from
They won the German Cup?
Yes.
The Pokal.
Exactly.
Yes.
Wonderfully pronounced.
They lost the Europa League.
It happens.
To Atalanta.
Because they had their eyes on the prize.
They didn't have their eyes on Look Man. Because Look Man, and that's how I say his name. Look Man. The star of Atlanta. I think that's how you pronounce it. Look Man.
Yeah,
he had a hat trick. Anyway, go on.
Anyways.
Back to this. We're looking at a giant devil.
This is actually a tifo by fans of Kaiserslautern.
Okay.
Kaiserslautern.
Yes.
Kaiserslautern.
Kaiserslautern.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kaiserslautern.
Kaiserslautern.
Yeah. Are they the devils? They must be.
I don't know if they are, but this tifo, in my mind, gets the award for most terrifying tifo I've seen in a long time. And it's actually from this week, but
it was from the German
came across my
championship,
feed, and I was like, I don't like this. Like in a kind of like physical reaction kind of way. Like I was like, but it's pretty well done, and it got the reaction, more of a reaction out of me than most of these tifos.
Is it the overly muscular devil?
The
cut off shorts.
His abs stretch all the way to his
nipples.
Collarbone.
Yeah.
It's like really weird.
They're called nabs.
Yes.
Yeah. When they go that high, you call them nabs.
And they're all the rage on fitness Instagram.
Yeah. And that's why you showed it.
Yeah.
This tifo got a lot of attention this week. Maybe because this is one of the few remaining games that was played.
Yeah. Actually, honestly, from some of the ones near the end of the season, I wasn't super impressed by what was coming out. PSG, they did this one where they ripped the Dortmund logo in half, and then the bus came out, and I was kind of like, I don't like it. I don't like it.
It was ambitious.
It was ambitious.
Yeah.
I didn't really care for it. And then this came across my feed and I was like, no, that's how you make me feel grossed out. Mm-hmm. That is how you do it.
That's one devil. And their badge is a 1, an F, a K, and a C.
Yeah.
But it's one fuck. It's all I can think about. We've talked about them before.
All they have to give.
That was very impressive. So that's really that's the best tifo out of Europe this year for you.
I think my favorite ones were more the ones we already talked about from Sweden.
Okay.
But this, out of the recent ones, since we've talked about them, this was the one that grossed me out the most. So it's my favorite.
All right. It's got good chiaroscuro.
Yeah, it does. So now we're on to kit. Mm-hmm. And my award for best kit
model is, I would choose this as best kit model.
Best kit model as well. And we already talked about this as well. This is Athens, Kallithea. And this is all 3 of their main kits.
I agree. I did not choose because I did not want to repeat, but they're so good.
I picked a second one though, because we already talked about this. We already discussed this. This is my most flavorful. Welcome to Flavor Town. RB Leipzig.
Oh, Red Bull with the flames.
Oh my goodness. Oh. It's my favorite one to go, yes.
Did you see the lightning storm last night?
I saw
this reminds you of
lightning.
That. There was a huge lightning storm over Lake Michigan. I think in the center of it, they were designing next year's Red Bull kit. Traveling the planet. There's a giant Red Bull blimp.
They have enough money.
And they're like, we must gather all the lightning and fire from around the world.
We must gather the lightning. This is the only way we'll discover the next iteration of Flavor Town.
The most amazing power drink jersey. And we won't let them wear it in New York, but only in Leipzig. Oh, Nike. Nike loves the fire.
I have not seen a as flavorful a town
Nike
as this in a long time.
Nike has worked really hard this year to lose all future footballing contracts. I think they're like, because their NBA, remember the NBA ball? Their uniforms are great, but all their soccer ones are bad.
Yeah. And also true, just like I don't like the cut of Nike's
jib.
Jib.
They just have a real attitude.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Okay, but here's a new one. Here's a new one. Here's a new one. Here's a new one.
Number.
This is by Kappa.
Kappa again.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so this one's new. We haven't talked about this one before. And this is for the Victoria Park Vixens, who play in the London's Women's Saturday Football League.
What?
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
And it's fantastic.
I love the font and the 3. It's so goth. It's like Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
It is. She would wear that
for sure. I haven't seen the show, but I have seen Addams Family.
It's called Wednesday. But it's not about a day of the week. It's a character.
It's about the character from the Addams Family.
Named Wednesday. I don't even think it aired on Wednesdays.
No, it was just released on Netflix.
So you could watch anytime, even though it's called Wednesday.
Do you watch Wednesday? Did you enjoy Wednesday?
She would wear this. It seems Wednesday inspired, not the day again.
The young
Not
woman.
Hump Day, but the character from the Addams Family. Wednesday, but a modern take.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's not like the old black and white.
No, I don't think and not like the movie either.
No.
Addams Family Values.
No.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday. Okay.
With that girl with the big eyes.
This is great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Good job.
For just an amateur.
Wait. I gotta go back to recover.
Moving on.
Okay. Oh no. It's Eminem from 20 years ago.
This is we've moved into from best kit to best hair category.
Yes.
And
this must be by
this covers
contrast.
both.
Okay.
Because this also has the lead's third kit. But we discuss it a lot. But we're talking about Patrick Bamford's 2 weeks where he had Eminem's haircut and bleached blonde hair, and then it grew out, and then he injured his knee again.
And this was kind of the in-between stage when he had more like frosty tips.
Yeah, I just like this photo compared to the earlier one.
He looks like he just got a surprise inspection on the other end of his body.
Well, I think he's surprised that he's scoring again.
Oh.
Is what's happening. And I just registered what you said.
Yeah. Yeah. Looks like he did too. Patrick Bamford. Oh my.
Bamford.
That's the Bamford look. Oh, and then
And here we go.
And then here's just a
comfy
model
looking
for Modern day fisherman.
So the next category we were going to discuss was the manager sideline style.
Yes.
And
we do have that.
Out of every week, every game of football, countless games, this particular look is hard to find back again on the internet.
Expensive,
this day,
baggy fisherman.
The fact that he is layering, and this is, if you're listening, this is Pep.
This is Pat.
Pep.
Pep.
He's layering a very chunky turtleneck sweater with another zip up knit.
Yes.
And how often do you see people layering 2 knits?
Well, and did you know that he had a hand knit undershirt, like a V-neck sleeveless hand knit undershirt?
Yes.
And long
you have to
too.
read the fashion blogs to really know.
This is triple knit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's triple knit.
Alpaca is so breathable and comfortable and only slightly itchy.
That's amazing. And he's leaving. He's leaving city apparently.
Oh, yes.
The
I
rumor
saw
mill.
that.
Not enough sweater weather.
No, not nearly enough sweater
He's
weather.
going to Iceland.
Yeah.
Oh, Pep. He is very stylish.
Yeah.
I think he smells very nice. That's
Probably.
what he looks like. I'm like, oh, he smells nice. He's one of those people you're like, oh, cologne. Good idea. Whereas most people are like, cologne.
Not so good
idea.
Because they buy Axe body spray.
Well, that stuff's like magic. It's like they bottled some sort of attraction magic and they sell it in a spray. Why wouldn't you wear it?
You mean repellent?
No, it's like I'm afraid to wear it because I am happily married. And I know if I put on this Axe body spray that I keep just in case I need it someday.
I don't think you're going to have to worry.
I know that it's just going to put a lot of strain on our marriage because my understanding of reading all of the advertising and talking to other men is if I put that on, I can't even go in the same place.
Who are you hanging out with?
I live close to a middle school.
Oh, so you're just hanging out with
Well, I mean, just
12-year-olds.
whoever. I don't know. I don't see age, Maria.
Oh, okay.
It's just guys. Guys, we hang out. We play Roblox. We drink a lot.
Some Foursquare.
Yeah, Foursquare. I don't know. They're probably like anywhere from, I'd say like 10 to 48 years old. There's really not much difference in that span in men. So
just from what I know about men, it's true.
So it's really quite. They're very short though.
Hey, some of us are.
Yeah. So now it's my turn, and I also started. I started with Kit, and I thought we're doing Europe, and then I thought more broadly. Europe is very influential, if you think about it.
Did you stay in Europe? Where did you go?
And it really, the influence of Europe on South America is vast.
Why did you go to South America? We were going to talk about Europe.
I did. This is the only one I buried, and there's a caveat afterwards. But in my search, I did find this, and we didn't talk about this here, so I did bring in what we're looking at is a fan designed and fan voted on Nike kit for Corinthians in Brazil. That I think is just a beautiful, simple kit, and it also is amazing because the way they revealed it was through a tifo at the game. So there's a giant tifo of the shirt at a game, and it was revealed. But then I realized we were, in fact. So anyway.
Then we're talking about
Corinthians.
Europe.
Oh, we are talking about Europe. So I was thinking about in terms of best redesign. And there weren't a ton of redesigns this season. There were a lot last season.
Yeah.
But one thing that really stood out is how Manchester United, and I wanted to honor their unexpected winning of the FA Cup.
That was unexpected.
Who would have thought
and you want to know
Ten Hag would bring home a trophy at the end of the season
my
against
opinion
Manchester
on that,
City as well?
I think that City lost because Pep wasn't layering his knits and he was wearing a suit instead.
I think because he was already studying the Chicago Fire playbook.
Oh, yes.
He was like, Gutierrez! He was listing out the wrong names. Just like, lob it.
There were some really MLS-y defensive moves in that game.
Well, one thing United did do great for the whole season is on their third kit, they did not use their crest, but instead returned to just the Red Devil image, which we talked about at the beginning of the season when we talked to Adam Brooks. And we talked about what a great kind of funky, weird image that is. Like it could be a devil or it could be an ink blot holding a trident.
It depends on what you see.
But I thought that looked just like the bird looks great on the Liverpool kit, the standalone devil on the Manchester United third kit.
Yeah.
So then I said, well, I might as well choose that for the best kit of the year because I do think it was a very solid minimal kit in the Premier League.
And I really like their away kit.
Mm-hmm. And this is a picture of me wearing the away kit at the Fan Fest this year. So
okay, yes.
After I had a little,
I didn't recognize you.
Well, I had a little.
You got a spray tan
in the forehead beforehand, and a spray tan.
And you got a wrinkle added right here.
Well, I wanted one furrow.
Oh, okay.
I splurged for the furrow. Yeah, so that's actually a pinky fat. They
a Brazilian pinky lip.
Well, yeah, they take the fat out of your pinky, and it's just enough, and then they insert it just over the bridge of your nose, so it looks like you used to be angry, but now you're kind of just rich.
You've softened up.
You've softened a little bit. Yeah. So that's my mea culpa for the Corinthians. Now, best hair, I went down a similar route. So one of my all-time favorite players is Mohamed Salah. Mm-hmm. And I thought he received a lot of unfair flack this year.
Yeah.
When his hair grew kind of long but did not quite cover the bald spot in the back of his head, but it just kind of flowed and bounced. People said he looked like Krusty the Clown. He had to get it together.
That's not nice.
But I loved Mo's locks, and especially when he would run down the sideline, gather speed, the way they would just bounce and flow.
Like Samson.
Oh, just amazing. And the irregularity was as beautiful as the unexpected nature of his moves.
Not overly groomed or anything, just a warrior.
Just like summer abroad, you know, I know I'm already handsome, fit. I can just let my hair go. Big Axe body spray vibes. Yeah. But recently he posted an image of him in a hotel room that supposedly was of his newly shaven head. I think it was of half of his abs.
I think he might have as many abs as that tifo.
Why do you think he's covering the other half? Maybe he let the other half go.
Maybe he's.
What if the other half of abs is just like totally flap and he's only been working one side?
Maybe he has a weird belly button.
Like really weird.
Some people do.
That's not true. He often shares. He often goes full chest for everyone.
Oh, okay.
But he has shaven his head. And I think it's a good look from what I can tell. Not the best photo.
Hey, he's wearing beige too, just like us.
Oh, we wore this.
That was planned.
This is Salah by Target. We both went shopping there earlier today.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was best hair. I had a tattoo. I don't know if it's best, but it does exist in Europe, and it is one of my favorite tattoos, and that is Christian Pulisic's tiger eye tattoo.
You do like tigers.
Well, I just think that like there's so much thought. It's like I want tiger eyes, so when I cover my face, you think you're looking at a tiger.
Is that his score move?
Sometimes when he remembers to do it.
Oh, yeah. You should write on the other side of his arm. He should get a tattoo that says "Hold arm up to eyes after scoring."
Sometimes he defaults to his slouchy, awkward in front of camera stance. I don't know.
Was that one the
He won some award in Italy this year, and there was footage of him in front of the step repeat, and he stood like shouldered awkward. He needs some training.
Oh, me too. We can take the same class together.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to stand up straight.
So that's my best tattoo.
I hear that to have good posture, you just have to stick your chin back.
Oh. Or you have to look like this amazing creature. So
Fabio,
you chose Pep. You went safe for best dressed.
I chose the one.
I chose former Queen Park Rangers manager who was let go in October, so very early in the season. Formerly of Wycombe, and that is Mr. Gareth Ainsworth. Now, Gareth Ainsworth is someone I first became familiar with through the FA Cup because he would often wear skin-tight jeans, snake leather boots, and shirts unbuttoned very far. And he has this.
He's a rock and roller. That's what he is.
In fact, he is a rock and roller. He has been in several rock and roll bands. This is one of his bands.
What does he play?
I think he plays awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like, he plays alto awesome.
Okay, so he's just
lead
a
singer,
front
man. Come on, what are you talking about? What does he play? He plays the room.
He plays his
He plays the universe.
Okay, I see. He's that tight. All right.
This is one of my favorites where he had the tight jeans, the boots, and then also just a beaded necklace hanging out from
that he got on spring break.
Now, this is someone I don't think smells good.
No, but it probably works for him.
Yeah, it's probably working somehow.
Yeah.
It also seems very British to me. Like, and when he talks about his band, he talks like, I'm a rocker first, football manager second.
Really?
Maybe that's why he's currently unemployed.
Maybe he should try just sticking with the rock and roll then, see how that goes.
I think I'm gonna manifest some Ainsworth this year.
Really?
Yeah, that's gonna be my.
We're gonna go back to Target and get some skin tight jeans and some snakeskin boots.
Yes, those are my awards. Congratulations to all the recipients of the prestigious Goldie Footy year-end Best of Award. There was one more.
Oh, I'm excited.
I was looking at tifo, and this was hard too because we have talked about a lot of the best, and I have to say, a lot of my favorite tifos lately are from this side of the pond.
Me too.
I think MLS is really underrated. I think consistency and quality, they're really up there, and I'm getting a little sick. The European style has kind of a adolescent style to it in terms of cultural references or graphic style that I'm getting a little tired of.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, what do I choose? So I decided that I would do one that was just recently, and it was when in celebration of Inter Milan's championship this year.
Okay.
So it is a display at the San Siro, and I chose it for a few reasons. One, because it's a pretty impressive display, but also because the San Siro, I think, is still one of the most iconic stadia in the world. And here it is. And they did an excellent job of drone footage. Why won't my pause sign go? So here we are. Full stadium activation, multiple colors, multiple designs.
Wow.
Celebrating them as the champions of Italy. And I think that this footage, combined with the display and then that beautiful stadium, just the peak of late 20th century design. And I love how they just plopped that roof on there. It's one of my favorite stadiums. So this was my choice. Like, what do you think who sits up in those towers?
In what towers?
In each corner, there is a cylindrical tower.
Oh, those towers? The Kings of football.
The Kings of football.
Yeah.
Oh.
Obviously.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was like the press or if there was hotel rooms or what.
It's the Kings of football.
The stadium also great because when people leave the spiral walkways, it gives the optical illusion that it's turning like a corkscrew. Just fantastic.
This is all very cool. I like this drone footage.
It is. It's good.
Yeah.
So obviously this was planned by the club.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Sometimes they are.
What do you do?
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. I think like MLS, the tifos are at a smaller scale, but each one kind of adds to a story. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I think the fact that for me that gross looking devil is the big standout.
Yeah.
I mean, like we already talked about the Swedish ones, which were really my favorite. And they have kind of a whimsical aspect to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like
the Swedish ones are more interesting.
Like that storybook kind of thing versus like kind of the, at this point, yeah, cool. You can fill a stadium. You have a really big tifo.
They should do one that's just purely atmospheric, like color-based, based on the team's colors. Like I love that Dortmund one where a few years back they threw up confetti in certain spots. So like the emblem appeared, then disappeared.
Yeah.
They should start doing a little research on different art installations that are more experiential and take it to the next level. You know, enough graffitied buses and like Matrix references. Let's think we're in a giant space. How could sound and color alter everyone's experience and really affect in a way people aren't familiar with? Yeah, like get Judy Chicago over there.
Yeah, a like Judy Chicago tifo.
All the different smokes at once. And it can be just like her big smoke installation, too many, and just turn into a big brown toxic cloud.
We love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
let's send an email. Dear Inter Milan. Please do a Judy Chicago tifo next.
Yes. They could recreate the whole dinner party. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But with tifo. That would be good.
That would be great.
So any predictions for next year in Europe?
Next year in Europe, I hope that there are some more rebrands since we didn't see that many this year.
That's true.
But I hope that they're good. I mean, I hope some are bad, honestly, because
the bad ones are more fun.
Yeah.
It's true. Well, we continue on. There's actually a lot of other soccer going on, not just Major League Soccer. All the Scandinavian countries are playing through. Russia, South America. There's a lot going on, so we'll continue to follow the story of football.
The soccer kite.